Hello everyone. In last lectures, we have basic steps of search engine comprises following steps for search engine. So, what are the steps of search engine? Find the need of the users. For example, what does user need for an answer, solution, or a piece of information? Suppose if any user is there and they want to find something, the mind is not clear of the user, but they knows what they want. So at that time, what does user need for an answer, solution, or a piece of information? So they are using search engine. Now formulate this need in the form of a query, group of word, or parses. Suppose if you have given one task to your teachers, you want to find these 10 things on tomorrow's lecture. So what you can do? You will searching out the related topics, related terms, related things of a particular topic. So the second step is that now formulate these needs in the form of a query. Say for example, your teacher has given a task is called to find out the latest technologies available in the market. So what you can do, you will goes to the library, search the things. If you will not got the result, then the simple terminology goes to the internet. So here I am typing the latest technologies available in the market. So it gives the latest technology. So when you got the result, you are typing in search query box latest technology available in the market. At that time, what you have done, formulate this need in the form of a query. When you have given a topic to find the latest technology, at that time you have to prepare your queries. So the second point is formulate your need in the form of query, and the third point, run this query, check the result to see that output generated is as per the need. If not, then again change the query and try again. So here I have typed the query and search. It will give the result so many things, but if I am not satisfying this result, then I will change my query and write down in my queries the latest technology available in the market or in the world. So I will change my query here from market to world. So it will give the result as per their result. Suppose if I am not getting the result, so I will change my queries the latest technology available in the computer science. the latest technology available in the computer science. If I want information related to computer science, so it gives the result. If I am changing out my query and my need is different and I am typing here the latest technology available in the production industries, so it will give the latest technology of the production result. See the 3D printing, non-technology, internet, IoT things. So the things is that when you have a latest keyword, when you have a problem, when you want to find something, when you have when you want to get the result, at that time you will generate the output and get the result. If you are not satisfying the result, you can change your query and get the another result. So these are the things. When the above process generate an expected result of the search keyword, then the positive experience is created for the users. When your expected result you will got, then your website is generate an positive experience and the user have a trust on your website. The search engine and the site who is providing the information or the search keywords. The search engine is providing the information related to your keywords. Increasing the number of internet users every year, searching can be considered as one of the best and important way to reach the consumers and build a business regarding a business size, reach or focus. So searching can be considered as one of the best important ways to reach the consumers and build a business and generate the maximum revenues from them. So now the next point is that deciding the searcher's intent. A challenge is for both the marketers as well as search engines. Why? See in these topics. Very interesting points is that for making a good SEO, only things is to find out what the users need. This need plays an important role in building a good marketing strategy around SEO and search ranking. So SEO is only things to find out what the user need. If the user needs is satisfied, then this need plays an important role to building a good marketing strategies around SEO and search engine. See, the user need is satisfied, the user got the result, then this result gives the information to the user. If you are in the market, you are doing your business online, you are selling your product, so at that time if the user is finding your product is valuable, your product is giving an information, fulfill the user's intent, at that time you want to generate an important role building in marketing strategies to give the features of the product, to give the product related other information, and if the user have a trust on your web product, then they will searching out second time your product. And if the user is searching the second time, third time, four times, then your business your website ranking is increasing. Once we know the user search for a service, product or resource, we can get the result more effectively and get those users to desired result. Once we find that the user want this type of service, this type of product or this type of resources, then they will got the result effectively of the desired result. Search engines are tool which resource driven by intent. Search engine is a tool which is resource driven by an user's intent. Searches are performed with intent, so user gets the relevant output. User cannot get output which they want easily if they do not have a proper intent. If the user is not clarified, user have not a clear ideas what they want, then they will not get the proper output. So it says that user will not get the proper intent or result. They just cannot enter keywords and get the required output. If the idea is not clear, then they will not get the proper result. We will focus on various types of queries, characteristics, their categories and process. So here we will focus on different parts of search intents. So there are so many types of queries available in the market for search engine. So we see the types of queries of SEOs which are available in the market. So the first query is navigational queries. So what is called a navigational query? Navigational queries are the search queries that are entered with the intent to find a particular website or a web page. So navigational queries are the search queries that are entered with the intent to find a particular website or a web page. Suppose I want to find a website of any, but I don't know the URL of it. Then what I can do? So here the 2 points we are considered, then we will go to the practical examples. User know the URL of the website being searched. If user want to find some things and they knows the website URL. If user does not know the URL, then search engine helps in providing this URL. So here the Google is a search engine. I don't know the college available in Jodhpur. So I would write down in search engine college available in Jodhpur and we'll got the result. There is 3 colleges available in the Jodhpurs. Suppose if I modified my queries and write down Mahila College in Jodhpur, then I will got the result. If I don't know the URL of a particular website, then search engine gives the result. See, these are the URL which I have selecting out. See, www.spcamjodhpur.org is the URL, and when you click on the website you will got the result. So this type of query is called a navigational queries. You don't have an idea, you don't have a URL, but you want to find something. If you have URL, you can find it, But if you don't have any URL and you want to find something, then you can use the search engine and you will directly move forwarded to a particular page. So this is called a navigational queries. Navigational queries are the one of the common search carried out. These are the common search. We are searching out only colleges in the particular areas. For example, go to the internet browser and URL, write the spcam.jodhpur.org, or else if we do not know the URL, then we go any search engine and write spcam and we will get the URL of it. So here I have writing down the Mahila College in Jodhpur. Suppose if I am writing down the spcam only, then it will display the URL. See, the same URL is there, nothing changes in the URL. See the second URL. So this will gives you a result. User mostly aware of the search brand. When the user want to search anything at that time, the user is always knows the search or brand. The search rate of the search brand would be higher as user aware of the brand being searched. The search rate is always higher if the search is available in the brand as a brand. The search rate of other website would be quite low as compared. So it says that when the search rates are low, quite low as per the brand. So here there is one example of Best Buy which gives an information related to your brand, Best Buy. So it's give you an information of the bestbuy.com. So this is called a navigational queries. If you do not have an URL, then you are writing down on the search engine, any search engine, and you will get the result. The second query is informational queries. So informational queries are the one which the user need some information from the output. Here the information obtained is the main goal. So informational queries is a queries which gives the information as a output, and the main goal of the user is to obtain the result. So here not any other goal, they want only output. They don't know the website. If they knows, then they will find it out. If they don't have a website, then the goal is only get the result or information. This type of query covers a broad search which can result in thousands of relevant search. So this type of queries are a broad search. So many number of users are searching on the internet. For example, go to the google.com, search computer users, will get thousands of output. Now that is on the user to select a particular output which he wants. So here I am writing down the Google and writing down the computer user. Get the list of result. Whatever the result is fulfilling my information, we can go to on particular this type of result. So here what this says, computer user will got thousands of output. That is on the user to select a particular output which he wants. User can further refine his queries. So in informational queries, I have refined my queries. computer users in India. Sorry. So if I got my result, if yes, then your informational queries task is complete. But if not, then we will modify the queries. Those brands which are positive impression for a website have more chance of attracting more users. If I am getting the result on the first website, Wikipedia, then it's more chances to increase the ranking of the Wikipedia. If I am not getting the result from the Wikipedia and I am getting the CBI, here the cbi.umn.edu, then it will increasing the chances. But if I am only using these things, not in all over the world, all over the people who are using and who got the result information of their requirement, and the traffic is generated on a particular website, then they will increase. If 2, 3, 4, 5 users are seeing the website and traffic is generated, that is not possible. Those brands which have a positive impression for a website, which have a more chance of attracting more users. If any website is generating a positive impression, then they will get the result. For SEO, this type of query is an initial steps or creating a target audience, as the chance of this initial search can lead to more specified ones. This type of queries are creating a target audience. If the target audience is available, then you will got the result. Transactional queries. Now the transactional query is performing what? Some type of transaction? Maybe. The transactional queries are one which reflect the intent of the user to perform a particular action, like downloading, purchasing, sign up an account, and many other things. That means the transaction query is a type of queries which perform a particular transaction, particular action, particular task. Here is an example. Suppose you are downloading something, you are purchasing something, you are sign up in any of your account or any other action. So this type of query is called a transactional query. For example, go to the google.com, search for hotels in Rajkot. It would generate an output comparing the list of hotels and their price and other details. So we see the example. So the google.com, write down here in search engine hotels in Rajkot. It will gives the result. Here the hotel price is there, name of the hotel is there. Suppose I am selecting the one of the hotels, so it will gives the hotel related information. Suppose if I am booking out the website on a particular areas and performing the transaction, then it will generate the transaction. So this type of things is called a transactional queries. This type of query has a high traffic value, as most of the user perform some types of transaction during the search time. So this type of queries generates a higher traffic values, and most of the user have some transaction during this time. Informational queries are not a productive as compared to transactional or navigational, but still they are important to business, as they often get the brand site on a searcher's result. Yes, this is the point. The informational query is not productive as compared to transactional, but it will help to your business. When your business is getting more and more revenue, at that time you are providing an information, and your information is fulfill the user requirement. If the user requirement is fulfilling out, your product is represent as a brand in users mindset. At that time they have some information. So here the point is that if the informational queries are not productive as compared to transactional or navigational query, but still they are important to business and they get the brand site on the search result. This may initiate the process of building the trust with the user. Then as the time goes, the user will move on to more search, which involves the transactional or navigational search. So informational queries are the initial process to building the trust of the user, and at the time they will move for the other search, and then after the transactional or navigational search are performing. So here there is one example of where it gives the result of a particular product for selling. So these are the transactional queries example. So many problems with the search engine, so many problems with the search queries. So here we will see one of the main problem related to search query is when user frame their search queries, they provide very limited data to the search engine. So this is the very enthusiastic points. When user search queries, at that time they have a limited data to give the information to the search queries. If the proper data is not getting, then they will not get the proper result on the search engine. So this is the points. It consists of just 1 to 3 words, as most of the users don't have keen understanding about search engines working. So user provide queries that are too general or are presented in a way that could not provide the search engine with the data that determines the user intent. So here if you are providing 2 to 3 words of a particular search and you are expecting the result, and they will give, but so many times as per the limitation, maybe the search engine, it will not give the some proper result, because the things is that if you are not providing the proper words in your search query, then it may be the difficult. With such type of search, it would be quite difficult to determine the user intent. If you are writing down the some words which are not match with the search engine keywords, then it will difficult for the search engine also. This can result into search where user does not find what he wants after multiple tries. If user may not be find the proper result, they have not a clear ideas, they have not a proper words, then it would be difficult task. A SEO expert has to be aware that some of the visitors that are attracted to our website may have arrived from the wrong reason. SEO experts are attract the user towards their website. If they are not providing the proper result, still they will give the result and attract the other users to see their websites. These visitors may not help to achieve the website business goals. So this type of users who visit the website, they will not get the result and they will not providing the proper result to the users. It is the task of SEO to maintain a high level of relevance in the content placed on the page that we manage to help minimize this level of waste. So these are the tasks of the SEO, to maintain a high level of relevance to a content placed on the website, on a web page. Because when the SEO expert are checking the content of the page, at that time they want to check out this content is fulfilling the user intent, user requirement or not. The next one search is called the adaptive search. Adaptive search involves the searching based on the user's previous search queries. When users search some things and they got the result, based on that the next search is performing out, and this search is called adaptive search. For example, current search result would be dependent on the previous output. Say for example, suppose you are searching some things and the result of these things is depends on the next output. This would directly help the search engine in getting a better sense of users' intent. So this type of searching will give the better result. The search engine have to access the recent query history in order to do so. Search engine want to access the recent query which will be used by the user. When user is using this query, based on that they are gives the result. Simple example, suppose if you want to travel from a XYZ location and you want to stay at night, so what is your primary goal? You want to first book your ticket. If your ticket is confirmed, book is confirmed, then what you can do? If you want to stay at night, then you will arranging out your hotels. When you want to stay, in which hotel you want to stay. So these are the things. When your previous output is depends on the next output, next step. If the ticket is confirmed, then your night stay you want to confirm. If you want to go another place, from that place to another place, then you will arrange the tickets for the next place on the particular date. So these things is happen in search engine also. They also need to be extra careful as doing this may lead to problem, as usually this type of changes are fairly limited scope, but search engine must be aware of this searching sequence of the users in their quest for information. So this they also need to extra careful when the SEO is working, and the problem this type of are changes fairly limited scopes, but search engine must aware of the searching sequence of the user in their quest for information. So these are the types of queries which can be used in search engine optimization process.